Okay, I think I'm live now. I don't know if I'm live or kind of live. I've got a bottle of water. Let's look and see. Do 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 do. Am I live? Something. Okay, it says live now. Hopefully it actually says Microsoft Flight Simulator this time, because if it doesn't... does it really say SnowRunner? Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. We're streaming. So welcome everybody. It's like we've got Sheriff 270 Gaming. Welcome aboard. Gonna be playing some Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I am in. Where am I? Somewhere in Montana, and off in the distance is Devil's Tower. And I actually wanted to fly up here because Devil's Tower is like one of those landmarks that I've always loved ever since I was a little kid. And it's in one of my favorite movies called Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Absolutely love that movie. So I thought I would come up and check that out, and then see if I can find my way to Mount Rushmore, because Mount Rushmore is not all that far from here. So we're gonna see. So we are at. Let's see, where are we? We're at Ippy Ranch. Ippy Ranch. I don't know how you say that. Ippy. And the scenery around here is absolutely stunning. So we're gonna go ahead, since we're on a grass strip, we're gonna get kind of lined up here, and I'm gonna have to put about 10 degrees of flaps in. You can see my flaps coming down there, and let's go ahead and go into the cockpit view. So we'll get up here on this little concrete slab. Let's see, we want to make sure that our compass is aligned. I don't really know what the altitude here is supposed to be, so I'm assuming that 4,000 feet is pretty good. See, Johan Hoekveen, I hope I'm saying your name remotely right. Okay, it says Flight Simulator, awesome. You've never watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind? It is an awesome movie. Let's see here. Hey, we have Autopilot? No kidding. I almost said that, my brain was like, troll mode. So we've got heading and nav mode. Do we have... oh, we have altitude hold. That's all you really need on an autopilot. Okay, so we're gonna trim for takeoff right there. You basically want this little white this white thing to be right where it says takeoff. 10 degrees of flaps. Let's see, so we want our beacon, landing light, taxi light. Actually, we don't need the taxi light. Strobe light, pitot heat on, fuel pump is on. We can turn that off later. And then what I want to do is I want to run the engine up. Well, let's see. Okay, parking brakes should be on. I'm going to run the engine up to about 1,700 RPMs. Actually, I think we go up to 2,100 RPMs for the... Let's go up to 21, a little bit more. Okay, that's good. And what we want to do is we want to pull the mixture control back and lean the fuel mixture out, and it's not really... I don't know why it keeps going back. Okay, 41%. Is it 6? Why is it? For some reason, it just keeps... See, I don't think I have a way to adjust the mixture control with my joystick. All right, well, we'll just have to make do. So I'm going to go full throttle, and then we're going to kick off the parking brake here. Give it some right rudder. Not exactly, there's no windsock here, so I don't know exactly where the wind's coming from. And so what I want to do is I want to pull back. Since we're on a grass field like this, I want to pull back because I want to get airborne as soon as possible, which should be about any... Okay, there, we're off. And then we want to push the nose over and hold us into ground effect while we gain speed. See how the throttle's starting to... or the airspeed's starting to come up? And once we get enough speed, I can bring that 10 degrees of flaps up, and then we can go ahead and pull the nose up and trim back for a climb. Don't want to go that high though. Oh, about 65 knots is what we want to shoot for. And we just hold the stick in place, and then you just trim back to trim out the forces. Go. So you should be able to let go of the flight stick, and the plane should eventually stabilize around, 65 knots or so. You can see the nose dip. We got a little bit of airspeed there, which is increasing lift, which is causing the nose to rise again. So that's kind of how that works. Direct driver, good morning. It's just it's 1 a.m. there. Nice. Boogzilla says great, perfect timing. Just finished your Gold Rush video. Nice. Let's see. Sometime you should try flying through the Eiffel Tower. Johan says, close, but hey, it's a Dutch name. Is this a type of plane I fly in real life? Well, yes. This is the type of plane that I used to fly. Very, very close to this. This is a newer Cessna 172, and we actually had almost this exact same model with the GPS like this. But around the time I stopped flying was around end of 2003 or beginning of 2004. I'd have to go back and look at my logbook, I think. Or was it end of 2002, beginning of 2003? Anyway, I was actually never trained on this particular GPS, though. I've been trying to figure it out. All right, so I'm going to trim down. I'm going to trim nose down here. Oh, wait, wrong button to trim nose down. There we go. And because I want to basically do kind of a little cruise here. Look at these graphics. This is just beautiful. I'm getting about 22 frames a second right now. Top of the line Intel i9 10900K CPU, 64 gigs of RAM. I think my main bottleneck here is going to be my graphics card because I'm running an older GTX 1080. So I'm hoping that around the end of the month, or actually the beginning of September, hopefully the new NVIDIA cards will get released and I'll be able to get one of those. So coming up to the left here is Devil's Tower, Wyoming. I actually have been here before, like way back in the 1990, like mid 90s. I think 1996 I came out here with some friends. And I have to say that I'm more than a bit disappointed because this isn't what Devil's Tower looks like. There it is, kind of at the lower left. It kind of looks like it suffered from a big landslide or something, but it's actually kind of a, if you search on Google for it, it's essentially kind of a volcanic protrusion. It's a very unique rock formation. I don't really think there's anything else like it in the entire world. And yeah, there's the parking lot for it. I can't remember if that campground was there. I don't think it was that big if it was. But it's kind of shaped like an upside down cup of coffee. Like if you went and, you know, got a cup of coffee, like a small cup of coffee at McDonald's, and, you know, turned it upside down, because it's flat on the top, and the sides are kind of this really weird color, or, well, yeah, color too, a really weird hexagonal volcanic rock shape. So hopefully someday that gets fixed. And yeah, I wonder if I can pull down, see at the very top of the screen how there's like that sun visor. Wonder if there's a control to pull that down. You're planning on buying an ultralight soon. I wondered if you've flown one. No, I have never flown one. I don't recommend it because a lot of people get themselves killed in those because they don't go through the proper flight training and things like that. So if you've got like a private license or something like that and you want to go into ultralights, by all means. But I definitely like a paragliders and paramotors. Another thing that I don't really recommend people getting because they are just absolutely dangerous. All right, so now that we're up to about 7,000 feet, let's go ahead and nose over, try to get some airspeed. And I just heard did I miss the new subscriber? Oh, no, there he is. Gunning 0055 just subscribed. Thank you very much, Gunning. Barebi, hey Barebi. So we're heading southeast, and I'm wanting to kind of follow this road up here ahead of me. We're just going to do some dead reckoning. We're not, you know, flying instruments or anything like that right now. Though I do kind of want to fiddle around with my autopilot. So let's put my heading bug on 150, heading a 150. And I'm going to turn the autopilot on, put heading on. I'm going to see if that rolls back over to the correct heading. And it looks like it is. Very nice. So we've got heading mode. We can also... Mark Smith just subscribed. Welcome aboard, Mark. Let's see here. See, I don't think I have a altitude bug. So what I can do is we go to altitude, go up. Wait, can I? So this might just be an altitude hold. So let's turn altitude off and actually get up to 7,000 feet. Wait a second, what's going on here? Okay, I'm gonna have to... Wait, okay, so there's heading mode is on. Oh, altitude select, there we go. Okay, so now it should actually climb us up ever so slightly. And we can say how many feet per minute we want it to climb. Okay, I kind of remember this now. You can see our altitude coming up. Should level us off around 7,000 feet. This is a very basic okay, so we've hit 7,000. No! I'm so confused. Heading mode. Should this send us down to 7,000 feet, but maybe it's just an altitude hold. I don't know. All right, so let's see. Let's see where we're at, kind of. Oh, that's where I took off from earlier today, is Taylor Field, which is a little grass strip. Now I think this road right here is, okay, so there's Rapid City. So what I can do is, let's go back into the cockpit. And let's move our heading bug over to about heading of 120. You can see the autopilot's taken over there. The VFR map is in this game is it's not great. Even with the isolinear map, it's not great. It kind of gives you a little bit clearer understanding of, you know, topographical features, but aside from that, I'm not really super impressed. So from, let's see, where are we at now? Oh, so I need to go and kind of look at a map here. And I need to figure out where Mount Rushmore is. Okay, there it is. So we are really probably aiming for like this area right in here somewhere. See, that might be another player out there. Actually, I think I have real life airplanes turned on in this game. Let's see, K cut. What is that? Okay, so we're up here. So yeah, I'm pretty much aiming in the right, roughly the right direction, because I'm pretty sure Mount Rushmore is like right in here somewhere. So I'm going to see if I can find some of these lakes and see if I can kind of identify exactly. Okay, so we've got, so right probably right in here. Let's see, we've got Rockerville. So yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth. So this comes out, Rockerville I think is right here. So Mount Rushmore should be right in here. And I don't think, unfortunately I can't put in my own waypoints or anything like that. Please. Okay, we're getting bad video settings. How's the stream look on your end? I'm not getting any errors on my end, but the stream health looks terrible. But my stream looking on the screen looks actually really good. So, let's see, is anybody in chat? Can you guys hear me okay? Current keyframe frequency is 8.4 seconds. Note that ingestion... Oh, I can't even read the whole note. Nice. All right. Well, I can't change it on the fly, I don't think. Output. Looks like my keyframe setting is automatic, so I don't get it. General. Unless it's in my stream settings, that might be a problem. I mean, this is some remote area out here. I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to close that out for right now. Is this a free game? No. Johan says streaming is fine for me. District Driver says sound and vision both great. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. It's telling me that I have really bad stream health though, but yeah, as far as I can tell, it's not buffering or anything on my end. But no, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is not free. You can buy it direct from Microsoft through the, I guess it's like the Xbox, game store, even though it's not on Xbox yet. Right now it's still PC only. I've heard that it's supposed to come out for Xbox later. I don't know if that means Xbox One or whatever the new Xbox is, whenever that comes out. It's also available on Steam. I have the Steam version. There's actually no difference between the two. You just download the launcher through Steam. It connects to the, once you launch the launcher, you have to put in your Microsoft credentials, like your login name and password, and then then it just downloads the game. They have a standard edition, which is $59.99 US, a deluxe edition, which is what I have, which is $89.99, and then I think it's called the premium deluxe or something. It's $119.99. And of course, prices are going to vary depending on where in the world you are and all that good stuff. I feel like gaining some more altitude, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the autopilot, and I'm going to trim those up a little bit. We'll see if we can get up to about 8,000 feet or so. I didn't mean to trim up that much. Let's see if I can get up to 8,000 feet here. Stay on course. So a little bit of a left bank. And let's go ahead and level out. Now, the higher we go, it's the more difficult it's going to be to climb up to our target altitude because the air is thinner, so the engine doesn't produce enough power, or doesn't produce as much power, and also the wings don't generate as much lift. So it looks just like a recording. So your software is having a midlife. Well, it's not my software; it's actually YouTube. So YouTube's the one that's telling me that my software is having a midlife crisis. And I'm not getting any errors whatsoever from my software, so we'll blame YouTube. Alright, so we got about 400 feet to go. I'm trying to maintain a cruise climb. I don't want to do a maximum performance climb or anything like that, because I want to kind of maintain my airspeed here. So right now I'm basically just flying on instruments. I'm checking my attitude indicator, my heading indicator, attitude indicator, altimeter, heading attitude indicator. So I'm basically constantly just going back and forth to always make sure that the gauges are doing what I want them to do. And of course I lost it there for a second because I was using my mouse. Airspeed at this point's not really super critical, but now that we're coming up to 8,000 feet, let's go ahead. I'm going to switch the autopilot back on. We're going to go into heading mode and altitude mode, and hopefully that'll hold us at this altitude maybe. So let's kind of pull down. And as long as I can see this moving, this is the trim tab. Your autopilot essentially controls the trim tab. It doesn't control the actual flight yoke for altitude. It just controls the trim tab. And the reason why is because the trim tab is very, it makes a lot more sensitive adjustments than your yoke would. So yeah, if we go back up, yep, we're holding 8,000 feet, which is good, and pretty much, well, we're right on course. Let's kind of look around a little bit out the window. I mean, this is exactly what it looks like out. This is exactly what I would expect to see if I was out flying over, you know, Montana, or well, Wyoming or South Dakota. Absolutely excellent work that they've done on this game. YouTube has the Rona. That is definitely a possibility. So now that I've just taught myself how to use the cruise control in this plane, this is going to make a lot of future flights a lot easier. If you liked Microsoft Flight Simulator and you want to see more of it, be sure to hit the like button. And you know, if the videos get popular, I will probably do more videos. All right, so let's check our VFR map. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully we're getting close. Yeah, we're getting a little closer. Not even sure where we were before. I think we were up here somewhere. Or maybe up over here. I don't remember. So we're essentially kind of shooting for this area. I might want to make about a 10-degree left hand turn, but we can fine-tune that as we come in. I'm going to be wanting to look for this little lake right here. But I'm thinking that Mount Rushmore is going to be way off in this direction. We'll probably also want to look for the Crazy Horse Monument as well. Do you play with keyboard or controller? Well, as the title suggests, I'm actually flying with my Saitek X-52 Pro. It's a HOTAS, or HOTAS, however you want to say it, HOTAS system. So I'm flying with that right now, and with a combination of keyboard and occasionally mouse to pull up different items and to you know, make different selections. Now it seems like I'm getting pretty close to the ground here. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go out of autopilot. We're going to try to climb up another 1,000 feet. I'm not sure what the ground altitude is, but yeah, it seems like it's getting pretty high. So I'm going to do more of a maximum performance climb this time. So we're up to 8,500. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna move my altimeter to 9,000 feet. Come on, keep that climb rate going. Now we're going to have to let the nose drop because I need to build up some airspeed here. I want to kind of stay clear of these clouds up here. That's another problem. All right, so let's go ahead and turn everything back on. Heading mode, altimeter or altitude hold. Let's see, the real K-pop adventures. I found the lights and mods, Brad, but I can't find them when I go to shop. I installed them, and I can't find them. Well, if they're installed, they got to be at the shop. I think they're under like miscellaneous or something. I haven't played Farming Sim in almost a year, so. Johan says good night. I need to go back to work now. All right, take care, Johan. Thank you for stopping by. All right, so we're kind of like up right below the cloud deck. I don't know if I ended up missing that lake or not. Okay, no nearby airports. Oh, maybe that's the lake right there. So right now I'm using my mouse to look around. I wish I could look around like this with the joystick, but it's not. It doesn't really seem to let me. Though I might mess around with some of the view controls and see if I can get something that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's the lake right there. I think what I'm going to do though is we're going to make a whoops no. A left turn to about 010. Oh crap, I just made a boo-boo. Okay, 010 east. Did the wrong one. Okay. I'm always trying to align my compass right here with the, well, this isn't an HSI, but with the gyroscopic compass, which is down here. So I've actually been flying, and if you have failures turned on, some flights you don't get any failures. Other flights I had ice in the pitot tube, and I also had my gyroscopic compass went out, probably because of the ice in the pitot tube. And so once I turned the pitot heat on, everything kind of went back to normal. In this, a lot of times you don't want to keep your pitot heat on for extended periods of time. Also don't need the fuel pump on. But yeah, depending on the conditions, especially if you're flying through a cloud and your altitude, and I don't know, one thing that was really nice when I used to fly is, let's see, up where these vents were, we used to have an actual thermometer that had a probe that went down into the vents that would actually give us an actual outside air temperature. Let's see. Oh, Dion Cross. Hey, Brad, how's it going? Hey, Dion. How are you doing? Glad to see you back. And so, you know, if we knew that the outside air temperature was below freezing, and we were going through, you know, maybe a little bit, like if it was really hazy out, you know, right now it's pretty clear, but if, you know, if it seemed a little bit foggier out, you know that you would have moisture in the atmosphere, and if that moisture can actually condense against the aircraft. And I don't know if I can show you guys. I'm going to try to show you guys the pitot tube. Here we are, I guess, sitting in the plane. So this little L-shaped thing underneath the wing, actually I can probably do it better from inside. Can I do it from... There it is. So this is the pitot tube, spelled P-I-T-O-T. It is probably French. I don't know. I can't remember the history, but basically it takes a measurement of ram air pressure, and you also have on the outside of the aircraft, and I'm going to see if we can zoom in a little bit more. I think that's as far in as I can zoom, but this little circle right here, if we were able to, you know, get right up to it, it actually has a little tiny hole in it, and that actually measures what they call static pressure of the air moving across the skin of the aircraft. And using the combination of the pitot tube, the static vent, and also I think there's an additional vent off the altimeter in the inside. Well, it's not that there's a vent. There's like a calibrated disc on the inside of the altimeter that expands and contracts as you gain altitude and lose altitude. And so, let's see. I feel like I'm getting close. Probably we're not getting anywhere close, but anyway, the pitot-static system is what enables you to get your airspeed, your altimeter, and as well as your vertical speed. Oh, the vertical speed indicator is the one that has the calibrated hole in it. Have you ever had any paranormal experiences? Not with ghosts, no. Actually, no, I don't really think I've ever had a paranormal experience. Not with any kind of ghosts or anything like that. So I'm thinking, go back over here. Whoops. Let me go back here and look at my map. I always forget where Crazy Horse is around here. It's kind of near. So it should be, whoops. I would say it's got to be like right in this area, right up here. So we got to be getting really close to it. Wait, is that a big parking lot over there to my right? Because it could be right over in there somewhere. It has kind of a big parking area, but it's not like big. Uh-oh. All right, let's kick off the autopilot here. We're gonna go back. So I'm gonna. Come on. There we go. See, there's like a big building out there. See, I would almost expect it to be this down here. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Though I don't see the faces. Let's see if we can get around here and see some faces on Mount Rushmore. Yeah, it should be pretty much straight ahead, off to the left. I mean, there should be the faces like right there on the left. I don't see them. Cause see where they have that big kind of amphitheater down there? I'm pretty sure that's rock. That's Mount. Yeah, that's 100% Mount Rushmore. That is 100% it. So there's no faces. Yeah, there should be faces like right in this area right here, if you can see where my mouse is pointing. So that's Mount Rushmore. So that makes me think that the Crazy Horse monument, which isn't even as detailed as that. Well, actually, you should be able to see the face in real life. I don't think that is probably... Whoa, we lost a lot of altitude here. All right. Low fuel lights are on. Oh, no. All right, so I'm going to just stabilize right here. I want to see if I can find... Okay, so there's the Crazy Horse Memorial. Which is kind of southwest. So let's see if we can go southwest. There we go. Might be kind of hard to see with the lighting the way it is, but I don't know. We'll see. Ah, no. Let's, yeah, let's push our heading bug to 240. Do heading mode, or do altitude. So that is just an altitude hold. See, it's like decrease altitude, hold reference. Why does it say? I don't know, let's see if it takes us up to 10,000 feet. How about any Karen experiences? Yeah. Nothing really comes to mind. I'm sure I've had a few, but nothing like super crazy. Okay, so if I go, where's Mount Rushmore? We were going, okay, so I need to go, let's make a right turn to 300, because I think Crazy Horse is kind of right up in here. Actually, I think it's more off to the left. So I don't know if it's like one of these bluffs over here. Is that a bluff? Wonder what your house looks like in game? Probably, well, it kind of depends. My house looks exactly like it does in the real world from the air, because it's so close. Okay, so wait a second. Let's go. There's that lake, that lake. Okay, so we should be going straight west from here. It should be like right over in here somewhere. And, oh, right there it is. Right there it is, off to the right. This is the Crazy Horse Monument right here. Look at this terrain out here. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, let's, whoops. I'm gonna, it shows like a bunch of houses there, but that's actually not, there's no houses there. I'm gonna pause this really quick, and I'm gonna see if I can, yeah, this is the Crazy Horse Monument. Now his head is probably right here. His arm actually goes out to here, and he basically is gonna be pointing off in the direction, or off to, you know, whatever direction that is. And then there's kind of a head of a horse right in here. And I think they actually have the hole in the mountain there, but obviously what's happening is the artificial intelligence of the terrain generation software basically thinks that those rock outcroppings are buildings, and so that's why we're actually seeing it like this and not actually like a you know, the monument that it should be. All right. So, well, that was cool. Let's go ahead and turn autopilot on, heading, altitude hold. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to go and we're going to try to find K cut, and we're going to land there. I don't know what K cut is, but it's something. No, I don't want to turn. Oh, let's turn right. Wait, what the heck? See, okay, right now we're going west, and you can see how my directional or my gyroscopic compass, or it says directional gyro, is way off. So we're going to put ourselves back on the course here, and okay, so now we're approximate, whoops. Let's go back the other way. I want to go south, but probably need to go a little bit further south. Whoop. Maybe slightly southeast. Well, if they had this view, but like right there, like this is like right here is pretty much the perfect view. All right. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to go a lot further southeast. So heading a 150, and I would imagine it's probably gonna be out in this area somewhere, but we'll see when we get down there. 150, still not enough, so let's go to 120. That's about right. Let's see, can you do barrel rolls and other? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can do any barrel, you know, any type of aerobatics that you could in a real plane. Can you land at Area 51? Yes. What is something you believed as a kid and as you got older realized was stupid? Oh my gosh. I don't even want to talk about that. I'm gonna piss way too many people off. Let's see. Want to get around to checking out Mount Rushmore, actually. Actually, Bath, I just flew past Mount Rushmore. So, and boy, was I disappointed. All right, so we're coming up pretty close to K-Cups. All right, so now I can probably turn it back to heading a 150. See, I wish we could left click on an airport in the VFR map and get information about it, but we can't. All right, so there's the airport. I can see the airport beacon. Again, I don't know what the field altitude or anything like that is here, so. All right, autopilot is off. And I'm gonna go ahead and take over manual control here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly over the airport and we're gonna look for like a windsock of some kind. Windsock it to me, wind, wind, wind. Generally, most airports in the world, in the real world, I don't know about in flight simulator world, but most airports in the real world will actually have either a windsock or some other type of device. Sometimes they have, I've actually seen airports where they have an old airplane literally sitting out on the field, and what happens is it's mounted on essentially gigantic ball bearings. And I can't believe that we don't have any windsocks or anything. All right, well, ah! All right, so what I guess I'm gonna do, I don't know what the runway heading is either. That always makes it funner. Not really. All right, 10 degrees of flaps. So I'm gonna kind of fly an extended downwind leg here, I think. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so we'll get a 30-degree right-hand bank turn. Throttle back just a little bit. I'm going to trim nose up slightly. And I can use my trigger. Okay, we're going past the airport there, so we're going to have to steepen the turn somewhat to bring it back in. There's the airport. Good thing, though, we're pretty much right on the glide path. We're a little bit high. High. Uh-oh, we just went. Okay, now we're a lot high. Okay, 10 more degrees of flaps. Should be at 20 degrees. Okay, power all the way back. Last 20 degrees of flaps coming in. Now our sync rate is starting to increase. Coming in on the glide slope. 2 reds. We are good. And just a little bit of rudder there. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, there's the windsock over there. I couldn't see it from the air, so I think that's the windsock. See the yellow or red and white thing over there on the left? Or is that like a roof of... No, that's the windsock, because I just saw it move. Okay, and here is the... Yeah, that's the windsock. Is it literally in the trees? Oh, great. And I landed against the wind. Against the wind. Fart Bucket 29143 Romeo Juliet is clear of the runway. Who is your passenger? The invisible man. Wanting me to... I love how there's actual ground people out here. Watch out, Bucky. Oh! Alright, so... Parking brake is set. And we're just going to go about shutting everything down. So, if you have any power... buttons on any of this stuff, you guys want to turn it off. We don't here, so we're gonna go down, leave the engine. Well, actually, we can go ahead, pull the mixture control all the way out to idle cutoff. Okay, engine is off, and now we'll go masters off. Pitot heat is off, strobes, nav off, all of our lights. Want to make sure all these switches are down. Master and battery are off. And if we listen, we can actually hear the gyros spin down, which is always kind of cool. And, whoops. And so we are completely shut down. Now, to turn a plane on, it's a little bit different, and these are this version of the Cessna was fuel injected, and I always had problems starting these. I don't know why, but I always did. So basically, what we would do is you would turn your magnetos to both, master on, fuel pump on, mixture rich. Sometimes you would actually have a primer. I don't know. Okay, that's the alternate static port. Oh, this is the alternate static port. So remember the little circle I was talking about earlier on the outside of the aircraft? If that were to actually get frozen over, you can pull this out, and that'll give you a static port to the inside of the cockpit. It's not quite as accurate as the static port on the outside, but it beats, you know, dying, essentially. So once we do that, you can do throttle to Sometimes you do like full throttle, but I'd say maybe half throttle, and then we'll go start that up and pull the throttle back, you know, down back to idle, and we're throttled up again. And then you would power up all the other systems, and I had to sneeze there for a second, so sorry about that. All right, so idle, mixture idle cutoff. Oh, come on. I want to kind of show you guys here. So we go. I don't know why it keeps wanting to go back and forth. Like I don't know if there's something. Did I ever unplug my Xbox controller? Because I think that. Yeah, there we go. That might have been interfering with something. I don't know. So yeah, shut that off. Keys off. Fuel pump off. Yep, we're all good. All right, so where should we go? Where should we go next? You said you didn't have any paranormal experiences yet. You have the invisible man in your cockpit. Have you flown any of Canada yet? No, I haven't. We could go do like a little quick trip around Toronto. Wait. We have to go back to the main menu. Okay, world map. So we could do Toronto. I think it's city center Toronto, which is out on the island. Yep. I'm just going to select fly. Oregon coast. Oh, we could actually fly out to the Oregon coast. Yeah, I haven't had any paranormal experiences. Most of my experiences involve aliens. Dude, I could totally talk to you about my UFO experience in the plane. And I actually have two people that were with me, and they both saw the exact same thing. And what was funny, one of them is my stepsister, and she, like, whenever I would go flying, she would always, like, you know, she'd call me up about once a week, and she'd be like, dude, because that's what she always called me. She'd be like, when are you going flying next? And I'd be like, oh, I'm going, you know, because I would fly like, you know, 3 or 4, 5 times a week, you know, as much as I possibly could back then. And so, you know, if she was off work or something, she'd come out. So one day I was doing instrument training, and she's like, hey, can I go with you? And I said, sure, come along. And so she sat in the back. My flight instructor was right seat. I was left seat with a hood on my head. And we saw some stuff. And my stepsister used to always bring her video camera on every flight. Every single flight we did, she always brought it. The one time she didn't bring her video camera is when we saw aliens. So, yeah. San Juan Island. Where's San Juan Island? So, okay, so this is Toronto. I don't know exactly how great the graphics are going to be. Yeah, well, there you got. Yeah, it's pretty close. I haven't been up to Toronto since, gosh, almost 20 years. So I doubt it's changed that much. My stepfather used to be a scout for the Toronto Blue Jays. So yeah, we used to go up there a few times. All right, parking brake off. We got 10 degrees of flaps in. Sun is starting to get down into our faces. And I just realized it's already dark outside here. A little bit of right rudder, airspeed's alive. It's wanting to pick us up already, I can tell. And there we go, we are off. And there's Lake Ontario, I think. Is that Lake Ontario? What in the world is that big thing down there? What is that? Is that like an amusement park? Oh, it looks like a... like one of the... like a water park. I bet that's what that is. Let's bring that 10 degrees of flaps up. Let's go back into the cockpit here. Now, I'm not really messing with the air traffic control or anything like that. We're just VFR flying, having fun right now. As I get more and more used to the game, I will definitely start doing more ATC and IFR ops, instrument flight rules. Looks like we're getting into a little bit of haze here, so maybe some scud or something. See if we can lift off some of these clouds here. Yeah, that's better. Getting a little bumpy up here. Oh wait, is that this? Is that City Hall there, or is that oh, what do they call the house? There's like this, I don't know, some kind of a house in Toronto. I remember going and taking a tour of many moons ago. I can see an airport way off in the distance there. Ooh, we're down to 16 frames per second. Look at the water, though. Boy, that is beautiful. I cannot wait to get my new video card, whenever that's going to be. San Juan Island, aka Friday Harbor. Where is that, Old Yeller? I'm not sure where that is. Questy says hello, hello, hello. And so I'm going to do another pass around downtown. We'll go ahead and land back there at Toronto City Center. Don't they have a bridge that goes across right there? You would think that they would. Instead of having to go, I mean, all the way around that little inlet thing. I mean, it's like you can turn a 5-minute drive into a 30 to 40-minute drive really easily there. Have I seen the Grand Canyon? Yes, actually on my my first impressions live stream, we flew down through the Grand Canyon, so that was pretty cool. There's the, is that the same stadium that the Toronto Blue Jays used to play in? Or did they tear that down and build a new one? I can't, man, it's been so many years since I've even been up there, I don't even remember. Yep, I've been up in that tower a few times, twice, 2 or 3 times? At least twice that I can remember. Alright, so we're going to bring in 10 degrees of flaps. Give a little bit of pitch up, or up trim here. Let's go back into the back into the cockpits. We're maintaining about 1,100 feet on the altimeter there. Let's go ahead and start our right turn back towards the airport. Feels like we're getting a little bit of chop. You can see there's fluctuation in our airspeed there. Not so much in our altitude. I want to make sure that we're our altitude is coming down a little bit. Okay, I want to turn in a little harder here. I want to, that canal right there I was using as kind of a marker for the runway. There we go. I think we're right about on the glide slope there. I'm going to cut the throttle back. We're going to add another 10 degrees of flaps. That should bring us down to 20. Yep, 20 degrees. So it's showing us red on red. Red on red, we're dead. Uh-oh. All right, so nose up, a little bit of engine power here. And we want to be right at about 65 knots. So keeping that nose up trim there. Okay, power back. Last 30 degrees of flaps. Okay, nose down, maintain that 65 knots. Looks like we're going for the water. Maybe a little bit more power. And we'll be just fine. A little bit below the glide slope. Oh, hold it off until got past the threshold there. Right there, touchdown right when the doohickey, the stall warning came on. Is there any location that you want to see on this flight? Oh man, I've been through so many of them. Actually, there is one. I would like to go and fly past Neuschwanstein in Germany. So let's do that really quick. Ken Osborne Busby, hello. Why are my last follower and donator... I wonder why those aren't working. Fort Knox in Maine. Fort Knox is in Kentucky. Unless there's another Fort Knox in Maine that I don't know about. All right, so there's Toronto. Let's see here. Flight conditions. Let's see, there's Switzerland, Frankfurt, Nuremberg, Munchen, Innsbruck, been to Innsbruck, and Neuschwanstein. Is there a, let's see, let's wait for a second. It should load in the terrain. It's really slow to like load in all the terrain. What about that Berlin Wall? Well, there's not much of the Berlin Wall left. We could fly over Berlin. I'm not opposed to that. What do I fly? Mainly 172s. I have flown... Let's see, what else have I flown? We've got both of the 172s. I've flown the Citation, both of the 152s. I have most of my time are in Cessna 152s and 172s. I also have a lot of time in the PA-28 Piper Cadet. And I do have some time in the Beechcraft Bonanza. I've flown the A36 model. The G36 is just a newer version. And I don't think I've flown... and I've flown a little bit of the TBM 930 and the 747, but that's it. I haven't flown any of these other planes yet. Though I think the Icon would be pretty fun to fly, but it's super slow with a cruise speed of only 85 knots indicated. Gosh, Textron must be buying everybody out, because Textron owns Bonanza now. Beechcraft, sorry. That's crazy. Did it still not load in? Is there an airport? There we go. All right, we'll see what we see down here. What place have I visited that blew me away with the beauty and the food? Probably Neuschwanstein Castle. And the food there in Bavaria is amazing too. It'll be interesting to see if this is like if the area is really highly detailed, because if it is, I'll be able to see the hotel that I stayed at, because it's really prominent. It's in a really prominent area of the town, right there by Neuschwanstein. I should be able to find it. Again, guys, if you're just joining, do not forget to hit that like button if you like Flight Simulator 2020 and want to see more of it. Looks like it's kind of cruddy here, so let's see if we can do something about that cloud cover here. And oh gosh. Yeah, I don't think they have cargo carts at this airport. Just all right, so that's behind us. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taxi back. Something tells me they don't have those planes at this airport. So we're going to want to take off from here and go east. So we're going south right now. I want to take off to the north. Now, see where these big arrows are on the runway? We can actually use this for takeoff, but you can't use it for landing. So we can actually come out here, we can do our throttle up and actually take off here, but we can't land in this zone where the arrows are. Kind of get lined up a little better. Okay, we're going to go ahead and throttle up. Again, applying right rudder, full throttle. Not exactly sure. I was looking around for a windsock again and I didn't see one. Okay. Whoa. 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 I don't like the right rudder. I mean, yes, you're supposed to apply right rudder on takeoff, but it's not the heck? Oh, I thought that was a cave down there. The way that they have it implemented into the game is just not good. Do you play any instruments? I started out playing saxophone and then moved to trumpet when I was in school. I also played a bit of piano, but I mean, I'll be honest, it's been years since I played anything. All right, so once we get past this hill right here, I'm gonna make a right turn out to, we're gonna go check out Neuschwanstein und Leinen. If we can here. Yeah, the Alps are right back there. I should recognize Füssen and Schwangau, and then the castles are right there just to the south of Schwangau. Okay, let's go ahead and fly, turn off to the east. That is not Füssen or Schwangau down there. Fussen's a pretty big city. Okay, I remember the lake. I remember coming up over a hill. That actually might be the castle right out there to the right. But I remember coming up over like a hill and seeing that lake one day, and I was just like, that's like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I've flown over the 9/11 monument in real life or in this game? I have not in either. That looks a little bit more like Schwangau down there, or Füssen maybe, but I don't think we're This still doesn't look right. I need to bring my flaps up here. That's why I was like, it's like, wait, what's going on with my... See, now I can go faster. Yeah, I don't think that's Fusen. Maybe that lake over there wasn't the lake. No, that kind of looks like the lake that we went past. Of course, we were on the road and not flying, so. Incest, is that, or Nesses, is that supposed to be Neuschwanstein? Like, I know that the mountains behind Neuschwanstein are like the big mountains. They're not like these here. So I'm thinking it's, yeah, it's probably up in that direction there. So let's get some nose down trim. Don't really need to, not really going to watch my altitude all that much, just to kind of, just enough to kind of keep my altitude fairly stable, but I want to keep my vertical speed around 0. So I'm going to be adjusting trim. We're doing some nose down trim. And again, you can see I'm losing altitude now, but as my airspeed comes up, my the amount of lift that the wing generates is going to increase, and now you can see my vertical speed going back up again. So a lot of people do find it somewhat difficult to maintain their altitude. This might be Fusen here, though I think that Fusen's closer. I wouldn't know Fusen as much. No, I don't think that's Fusen. I mean, it's kind of changed. Oh, there's the lake. Maybe these were the lakes up here that I remember. And did we just get another subscriber? Really want to check out the Golden Gate Bridge at night. Something tells me it'll be so pretty. Probably. What's the scariest thing you've experienced that you'd feel comfortable sharing? So many things. See, I don't even think this is Fusen. Oh, there's the lake. That's the big lake. So I think we gotta... Fusen glide. Okay, so there's Fusen. Oh, I do remember the Fusen. I do remember that because I remember seeing them flying gliders and thinking how beautiful that must be to fly in this area with the gliders. Okay, this lake directly on my left wingtip, that's the one I was thinking of. So this is Fusen. Schwangau should be pretty much straight ahead, just above my wings, and then just about where the right fuel cap is on the right wing. You can kind of see there's like a little crevice there in the mountain, and there's a lake behind that. That's where what is it, Koenig or Hohenschwangau? No, Koenig. I can't remember. Basically, it was like the King's Castle, and then later Neuschwanstein was like, okay, that's Neuschwanstein dead ahead then, if we just got the marker for it. So yeah, this is Fusen. I don't recognize any of it though. I remember driving into Fusen at night and I was freaking starving. My girlfriend at the time, she was sick. I almost want to say we came in on this road right here because that looks kind of familiar. There was a McDonald's right on the edge of town. It was like the first thing as we drove into town, and I'm like, McDonald's, we're stopping there. I'm starving. I don't know if that's where the McDonald's was though. And we literally pulled up to the drive-through, and they turned off all the lights. Like they literally just closed, and I was about ready to like murder. You know how murderous people get when they don't have food. And so we went and we got a hotel. We actually drove into Schwangau, which is up here. Yeah, now I can see the Neuschwanstein pretty good. And then we came back to Fusen, drove all over town until we found a restaurant, which was, I think it was like an Indian restaurant or something, so that I could eat. Oh yeah, this is Schwangau right here off to the left wing. Yeah, this looks pretty much the same. The houses right there right off my left wing, I don't remember those being there or being so dense. Nor do I remember the ones right here under my right wing. But yeah, there's kind of this road that goes out. It's about right underneath my wing, and my hotel was literally right down, practically right off my left wing, down there somewhere. Let's see, no, it's not. The buildings aren't radar accurate. I don't know what this is, but yeah, my hotel that I stayed in would have been like probably like right here, but I don't think that these buildings look very accurate. But it was kind of like in a top of a building, like right in here. Absolutely beautiful. Middle of winter. Then I went another time in the summer, and it was just absolutely stunning. All right, so anyway. We can get rid of this. And there's Neuschwanstein Castle. And there's a bridge behind it. And I would have to look for it, but I went out on this bridge in the middle of winter. The bridge was frozen over. It was scarier than I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. Where's the bridge? Where's the bridge? Really? They don't have the bridge on here? And yeah, it was absolutely scarifying. Now this is the other castle, but it doesn't, well, let's see, let's get down here. Yeah, that doesn't look anything like the other castle. Maybe a little bit, but not much. And then the lake's right there, which is, yeah, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this is what it looks like pretty much. I'm just kind of disappointed that the bridge isn't on there. Ah. There we go. Yeah, been there a few times. That's pretty much kind of the base of it, where the road goes down and just ends there. That's not correct at all, but pretty close. I mean, if you're just doing a flyby, I think they could definitely do a much better job on that, though. If they really wanted to, which they probably don't. What's the funniest situation I found? Oh, there's so many. Scott Coglizer, hello. Nima's still alive, yay! Okay, let's get a maximum performance climb here, 65 knots. We could fly over to like Salzburg. I don't think it's really too far away from here. And it's probably approximately in the direction that we're going. Get a little bit more nose up trim here. Okay, perfect. See, our gyro is off again, so we're gonna have to kind of go over. Looks like it's right about there. Let's see if we can get a course of like 060. We're gonna go autopilot and hold that heading. So we're gonna turn back. So essentially, we're just flying along the north side of the Alps here, kind of in a climb, a little bit of a cruise climb, and it looks like it's air's a little bit choppy here, so still need to kind of. Oh, so the plane. Okay, so the plane's actually. So. 7,000 feet. Give me 7,000 feet for. So we're 5,000 now. Come on, climb me up. Climb me up before you kill me. Do, 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 do. See, I should be able to set that to my altitude. And it should climb me up to that altitude. Do I have to arm it? In up. Oh, great. Maybe that mode is not available. Okay, well, in that case, we're going to have to turn the Autopilot off. Get some altitude here. What is the most moving life thing? I don't know. There was once when I was a kid, I went to one of those like palm readers or psychics or something like that, and she said that I would die before I was like the age of 21 or 22. So I was kind of like sweating it when I was a kid, and obviously I'm, you know, thankfully still here and not planning on leaving anytime soon. So yeah, that was kind of freaky, but so let's go back on to autopilot. We'll at least hold the heading. So let's see, what is this? Flight level. So this is the altimeter. Oh, this is my. Is that the transponder? Wait a second. Yeah, this is the transponder here. Let's see. Okay, so we're receiving, or actually, I think that's the broadcasting of the altimeter. Barometer, display barometric pressure, okay. Let's turn to 090 or east. Okay. The Eagle's Nest is kind of down in this area. And actually, I think Innsbruck is right where the snow-capped mountains are. I think right in front of that is where Innsbruck is. If we go to our map, I don't know if it's going to show us. Okay, where are we? Okay, we're way over here. Okay, so there's the special airspace zone around Neuschwanstein. So Innsbruck, yeah, it should be like right here, I think. Or maybe that's it. And then I think somewhere up in this area is where let's see, where's the border between Germany and Austria? Is it the river here? I can't remember. It's been like a long time since I've looked at a map. Let's see if I can pull out the mixture a little bit. I feel like there's some kind of mixture control. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I want, basically, okay, what you want to do is we want to look at our engine here, okay? And so I'm not sure what we're at right now, but we're pretty much at full power. And to lean for full rich or maximum fuel savings, you're going to bring your mixture control back. You can see it moving back on the right. We'll go to full power again. And we want to watch this little needle right here. And we're going to see how it starts to increase in RPM ever so slightly. Can I zoom in any further? So this gauge right here, okay, we're gonna go full rich. So this is full rich. See how the engine power decreases when we're full rich? So we're gonna lean that fuel mixture out. And what we wanna do is we wanna lean it all the way back. So we're using less and less fuel as we pull back. And see how the engine RPM just dropped a little bit? That means we're going a little bit too lean. And we want to bring it back in just enough so that we're full rich and a little bit more until we see that needle fall back. And that's pretty much right there where you're going to have the best fuel efficiency and best engine power. So that's how you lean the fuel on an airplane. We haven't slammed into anything. Let's see, is there a airport around here anywhere? Look at the, I mean, just look at the scenery out here. It's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful country. Cody says, yeah, those people are scams. Wait, which people? Oh, the psychics probably. When life gives you melons. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to disengage the autopilot because I want to get some more altitude. I'm not sure if this is where the eagle's nest was up here. Was that something airfield? Benedict Baron. Yeah, my German's kind of rusty. So we get up to about 6,500 feet, and then I'll just kick the autopilot back on. Yeah, oh, come on. Heading mode, there we go. And there we are. Autopilot's taken back over, and then it'll, you know, you can pretty much watch our airspeed climb, and it'll take care of everything else. All right. I wonder where I am. I have no idea. I don't see any big cities around here. Is that a little runway down there? No, it's probably somebody's driveway. The amount of snow that they get down here is absolutely crazy. Look at those mountains, though. I mean, that's That's what they. That's pretty much like 90% accurate to what I would say you're gonna see if you were in a Cessna 172 flying over the northern part of the Alps. In other words, just absolutely beautiful. Oh wow, look at the mountain there. I wonder if there's like a fire there or something at one point. Or maybe just a logging camp, I don't know. I need to go and find... Let's see, okay, so we're going... Okay, so we should, I think... I literally have no idea. This might be Oberamagal, but I'm not 100% convinced that it is. Ooh, that marker might be... Let's see, where's Oberamagal? No, that is not Oberamagal. Thing. I'm like trying to look at like two different maps here and using, okay, so there's a big lake up there. The hills are alive. No, just let's not get, oh, we're a little bit off. Let's see, let's turn to a course of 090 or east, right? Right there. Right up on your top speedball. Okay, that's east right there. So where are we going? I'm trying to find like where this lake is. So where it's kind of like on the north side. Kind of got this little foot coming off of it too. Like I don't see anything on the map. Oh wait. Okay, so where? Okay, so that was definitely not Oberamagal. We are. Okay, bad advice, which is kind of on the left side, kind of like right above my tail sign there. Okay, so I know where I'm at now. Oh man. Oh, wait. Okay, so there's Salzburg. Okay, where am I at again? Oh man. Okay, so we're essentially like halfway to Salzburg. Okay, there's Bad Reichenhall, which is absolutely a beautiful place. Let's see. Let's make a left turn. Let's make a left turn to heading 070 and see where that gets us. I kind of am going too far down into the Alps. This is Brad, your captain, speaking. We are lost. Jacob Gads. It's got to be one of those four. Welcome aboard. Yeah, my stream health still says bad video settings, but I think they're pretty good. Maybe. Gaital Airfield. Absolutely beautiful graphics. 24 frames a second right now, which is, you know, just fine for this, I think. I literally have everything completely maxed out. The highest graphics I could possibly do. So, all right. So let's see. Where's Gatow Airfield? Okay, where were we? Uh-oh, I zoomed in too much. There's Neuschwanstein. Oh, there's Vienna. Where's Salzburg? Oh, there's Salzburg. Okay. So wait, where are we at now? Gatow airspeed, or airfield, sorry. I don't see Gatow anywhere on here. Wait, did we... Okay, that's the other lake. So what's going on? Oh, look at that view. That looks so awesome. Okay, so I'm actually south. Still don't see Gatow anywhere on here. Birkenstein. Spitzensee. I don't see it. Wait, did we go over it? We must be passing over the airfield right now. It looks like it's probably a grass strip. Yep. Could be a glide, you know, for gliders too. So if that's the case, this might be Salzburg right up here. And we might be coming up on... Where the heck is Salzburg? Oh no, that's not Salzburg, that's Rosenheim. It's gotta be. Brandenburg Airfield. So that should be... Let's see if I can find Okay, there's Brandenburg. Is there an actual airport there, though? That's the question. See, like in the United States, there's like airports all over the place. Not so much in other parts of the world. I mean, yeah, you can get airports around big cities, but like little small towns, no, not really so much. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's probably a grass strip down there. Yeah, it looks like it's probably a grass strip. I'm trying to look for some other markers. Okay, so right there, that's the... Looks like it's like a sewage treatment plant right there. And I've got that up on my map. Oh yeah, here it is. Flugplatz Brandenburg. Scheppgelände Flugschule. I don't know what that means. It's basically a grass strip. It might actually be for gliders. Ooh, what's this right here? Oh, it's like a quarry going up the side of a mountain. Kind of ugly there, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so there's a big, huge lake. Whoops. Oh, look at that. Freaking beautiful out here. All right, so there is the... What lake is that? That is Lake Simsee. And then the big lake way over here is Chimsee, something like that. And so we're getting pretty close to Salzburg. We should just continue flying in the same direction, and we're going to get there. And I don't know if there's any airport. Oh yeah, there's a big airport in Salzburg, so we can definitely land there. Let's see, Arctic Fox says, last night I dreamed I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda, but it was just a fantasy. The dad joke. Dad jokes, dad joke. God, what time is it? Oh, 10. It's only 10 o'clock, a little after 10. Seems like it's a lot later. I feel like doing another live stream after this, doing some Snow Runner. How does that sound? And again, if you want to see me playing some more flight sim, we're going to do some flights all over the world. And if you want, you can join our Discord, or join my Discord, and let me know in the Flight Sim 2020 channel where you would like to see me fly. And I will, I'll kind of make a flight plan of places that, oh God, that was terrible, of places that, people suggest, and we'll go fly those places. I don't remember our Cessna 172s having these air vents. We had the ones... Hello. Oh. Let me use my mouse here. We had these vents up here, and I think there were also vents in the back, but I don't remember having vents right here. At least, yeah, I don't remember that being there. I think I would have remembered that. So that might have been something that came a little bit later. But otherwise, I mean, this is what the interior of a Cessna 172 looks like. This V-shaped thing right here is actually where your shoulder harness would go. So you actually have a seat belt that, you know, comes up from either side of the seat, clips in the middle, you tighten it up, and then there's a little metal grommet on your seat belt, and there's two straps hanging down here, and you would take those two, or you take the grommet from one of the straps and then clasp it into the buckle for your seat belt, and the passenger, front seat passenger, would do exactly the same thing. There's the two rear seats. I can't remember if they have a lap belt or not. Actually, I think we can translate around. Oh yeah, see, they've got their seat belts right there, but no, the pilot seat belts come down from the top. And then in the back, actually, can I? No, I can't really go. Back here is where the rear baggage compartment is. And I think if we go, there's a little door. Yeah, there's a little door right here. There's the keyhole. And when you unlock it, you push this in, this small little thing kind of pops out, and you can open up that door and put baggage and stuff back there. And you probably want to weigh it before you put it in there so that you know all, you can figure out all your weight and balance calculations. These little things down here are your navigation radar for for picking up like VORs, DME, and transmitting and receiving audio signals. I'm not sure exactly which one is which off the top of my head, but that's what those are. You also have radio signal antennas up on the top, and I think this little round thing is your GPS antenna. When we had GPS on our plane, it was in the same spot, but it was a lot bigger. Maybe, kind of looked like a little bubble kind of a thing sticking off the top. Direct driver said, man, it's 3 a.m. in the UK. Can't believe it's been 2 hours already. I know, it's like actually almost 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yes. Barebi's like, wow, that laugh. You like their laugh? I know, it's like, how can such a laugh come from such a human being? A lot of people always ask, what are these little things hanging off the wings here? I'm going to challenge somebody in the chat, because there's two of them off the main wings. There's two here, there's one there, two here. There might be more on the rudders. Let me see if I can get up. Yeah, there's one up here. Type in the chat if you know what those are. I know what they are, so I'm just challenging you guys to see if you guys know what they are, if anyone does. Alright, so we're outside that big lake there, which means, what does it mean? It means that we're getting pretty close to Salzburg. We're about halfway there from where we were. Salzburg's probably like right on the other side of these mountains, if I had to guess. Mike Carrier says, time will fly by when you're enjoying the stream. That is definitely true. And again, thanks to everybody for hanging out with me as we fly along here in southern Germany on our way to Salzburg, Austria, which is very nice. Again, flying with the Saitek X-52 Pro. I believe Saitek has been bought out by Logitech, so I don't know if they're calling it the Logitech X-52 or if they're still going by the Saitek name, or if they've completely discontinued it. I don't know. It's a freaking awesome flight stick, though. Even though I've been having some problems with mine recently, mainly with the stick, the throttle portion has been fine. Matt80817 says, are those static dischargers? Yes, they are. Those little things on the back of the planes, those are actually static wicks, and they're little metal wires, and I don't know if I can get close enough to one. Can I get any closer than this? I think that's as close as I can get. It's basically a metal wire attaches to the, the metal portion of the airframe, and at the end of it, it actually has like these little tiny. It almost has like a little metal cup, and on the inside of that, there's like these little tiny metal wires that kind of flutter around in the airflow, and they create they actually create static, and just by fluttering around, and so. If you were probably to stand back there, or I don't know, we couldn't stand back there while the plane's flying through the air. But I mean, if you were Superman and you could fly along beside the plane, you'd probably see like little, flashes and stuff coming through there, especially at night. If you had like night vision goggles on, you'd probably see like, it would almost look like those little areas might kind of flicker, or maybe be on fire, depending on how much static electricity is in the atmosphere. And the reason why it's important to have those on your plane is it dissipates the static electricity from the aircraft, so that if you're flying around in somewhat bad weather, it doesn't attract lightning. So, yeah. Look at that scenery. I can remember way back in the 1980s when I got back from Germany. Actually, it might have even been some years later, because I don't think they had scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator back then like they do today. But it was kind of like the first time when they had, North America and parts of Europe and things like that, and I went to tried to fly around the Alps, and it was just basically like line art. It looked absolutely nothing like flying a real aircraft. All right, so there's that mountain. Okay, so we're coming up. This should be Salzburg right over here. So let's see. Let's go back into the cockpit here. Let's put our heading, switch our heading bug to like 090. Oh, whoops. A bit more. Go. And yep, I can see the airport there in Salzburg. Fun fact, if you're into classical music and you know who Mozart is, one of the great composers, Salzburg was his birthplace. And I've actually been to his birthplace not once, but twice. Kind of feel like I got to figure out how to work the altitude portion of this GPS, because it's definitely not working the way I want it to work. So I'm going to disengage the autopilot, and we're actually going to kind of pitch down a little bit. So I think Bad Raschenhall is kind of like off to the right, and I think kind of further on in that direction, down south, is where the Eagle's Nest is. That was Adolf Hitler's kind of retreat there at the end of World War II, and it's actually a really beautiful place. But you know, it's kind of a shame that it's got that you know, such a bad heritage. Obviously, but yeah, the scenery around here is absolutely breathtaking. But I can't remember exactly where it is. I've only been there once, and you know, we were on a tour bus, and you know, when kids get on a tour bus, they're more like, you know, let's play with each, you know, talk and, you know, play games or whatever. And then, you know, when you would get to a place, hey, there we go, Salzburg. When you would get to some place, you know, you were like, oh, you know, where are we? And you'd get off the bus, and yeah. Is that for PC, or can you find it for PS4? No, this is PC. It's going to be PC and Xbox only. I will be shocked if this ever came out for a PlayStation. So we're gonna throttle back again, pitch down here to maintain airspeed. Where's the big castle in the middle of town? Hohensalzburg, there we go. Okay, yep, I've been there. I wonder if we'll be able to see the big chessboard in the middle of the town. Which is probably, okay, there's the river. I'm pretty sure. Let's cut power. Okay, yeah. So there's the river, or I'm sorry, there's the castle kind of up on top of that little mountain there, that little hill there on the close side of the river. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it looks like. I can totally remember this big kind of mountain there. This is a beautiful, you know, beautiful city. So there's the castle. I'm gonna cut my throttle. I'm gonna put 10 degrees of flaps in. Try to do some slow flight here as I trim to takeoff settings. And this is kind of like the little old city area. I'm going to pause it here really quick. Let's see here. Okay, so this is... Wait a second. Where's the... Okay, so there's the cat. That's pretty darn close. I mean, yeah, that looks familiar. I can remember going up there. There's like stairs that come out down here, and then they have like this cathedral. There used to be, I don't know if it's still there, but right in this plaza area is where, or maybe it was this plaza over here. Mozart's birthplace, I think, was either right in here somewhere, or it was right down in here. Or maybe in it's one of these streets, like right in this area where he was born. That's freaking awesome. So this isn't like a photorealistic city here, but it's pretty darn close. All right, let's throttle up here. Got our 10 degrees of flaps in, and we're gonna land right over here. I don't know which way the... Actually, I guess we can fly over the airport. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see a windsock or anything like that. Try to see if I can see a windsock. Like, yeah, usually like right, like something like this would have like a windsock, or maybe, you know, down there. Oh, there it is. There's a windsock. Okay, so I can kind of tell that the wind looks like it's coming off from my right. Let me see if I can I see the windsock? Yeah, okay. And our fuel is low. We still got a third of a tank left. So we're gonna nose up, or trim for level flight here, and let the airspeed diminish. There's the runway back there. So let's go. I didn't really pick up the runway numbers, but yeah, we're really high. So let's bring in the rest of the flaps. Okay, trim for about 60 to 65 knots. Let's go ahead and start our turn in. We should start dropping like a rock here. Oh, there we go. And we're still really high, so let's go ahead and put in all of our, there we go. All right, so what I want to do is I want to try to maintain about 60 to 65 knots here, and we should sink pretty fast. We can control our descent by even going a little slower. So now we're about 55 knots. We're still really high. So if I wanted to, I can, well, let's see. Crab into the wind. Oh yeah, now we're really dropping. All right, there we go. All right, that's pretty good. So it looks like we have a right crosswind. So yeah, we would want to control our, whoa. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a bounce there. We made it! Very nice. Now, usually these runway lights would not be turned on during the daytime. I can see even the taxi lights are on. And we'll just follow. We'll just follow these out. Would call clear the taxiway. Let's see. Where? Oh, that's probably the general aviation terminal down there. Oh, I see the fuel. I see some fuel stuff up here, so. Why are the... I mean, the sounds are at 100%, but maybe I'm just going deaf, but I can't really hear the game very well. I mean, I hear it well enough, but... All right, let's see, how long? So 31 minutes. What time is it? 10:34. Here's our fuel. All right, parking brake on. There's, you know, we can actually go ahead and control how much fuel we get. You can do it in the middle of a flight though, which is kind of cheesy. What's kind of funny is, oh gosh, wait a second. Boy, they got my weight way off. No. There we go. Oh, we're at max payload. No, I don't weigh that much. I think I'm like about 210 maybe. So yeah, oh, this is actually cool. This gives you like all your weight and balance. So if we had like a co-pilot, you know, you got your girlfriend with you. So she's, you know, 310. And your two kids, you know, you got a boy, he's like 5 years old and 90 pounds already. And then you got a, you know, young daughter and she's like, you know, 40 pounds. You know, how much room do you have left for cargo? You know, can we get 40 pounds? Oh, looks like we can get 80 pounds of cargo back there and still be under gross weight. Wait, no, that was 8. No! Oh, dude! Did you see how the nose tipped up? That was freaking awesome. All right, 80 pounds. So we're at 90% right there. So that's pretty cool. So if we reset everything, yeah. That is absolutely neat. Very, very neato. And then, let's see. This F5, yep, F5. Raises the flaps. Does F6? No. I guess F5 just raises them. Wait, what does F4 do? Absolutely nothing. All right, well, we made it from, let's see, we explored Montana, or no, Wyoming, and was that South Dakota? We took off, checked out Devil's Tower, which is awful. Also checked out Mount Rushmore and the Crazy Horse Monument before landing. Both are not very accurate. The train's accurate for the most part, but I think they would need to go back and do graphical passes on those areas to make it more realistic. And then let's see what else. And then we took off from, I don't know, some airport in southern Germany, flew past Neuschwanstein Castle, and landed here in Salzburg. So that's going to be it for me for Flight Simulator tonight. But do stay tuned. I think I'm going to come back and play some SnowRunner and see how far we can get in that. So if you want to stick around, I'm going to take a break, maybe 15 minutes, and come back and play some SnowRunner. So, don't forget to leave a like. If you want to watch this video later, leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see more Flight Simulator. And if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications if you want notified when I go live or when I create new content, upload new videos. Upload new videos and all that stuff. So this has been Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I am Bradham73, and I need to get like a more impressive view. There we go. That looks nice. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.